what's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Torque Rebuilds. So we have our 300ZX. What we're going to concentrate on today is the front seats. We're going to gut them. I've taken a couple pieces out. That'll be a completely separate video. Like I promised you guys, I got the hatch open. What we have here is, so we have literally none of the plastic whatsoever right here. So we're gonna have to get the plastic. I did look at this. I pulled that out. That is a bolt on the end. So, and then it's threaded on this side. But on this side, there is no thread. There's nothing there. So we're gonna have to figure out how to fix that, how to get a nut on the other end. I have the piece that goes there. We just have to figure out the nut situation. So we have our front seat. All right, so guys, so for those that don't know, to remove the seats, now I'm missing this bolt right here, but I do have this bolt, and I'm also missing bolt in the front. So we're gonna take these bolts out. Some of them were already loose. So there's a bolt here, and then there's a bolt over here, but this bolt has been gone the entire time, and these are on the front. I've already had to pre-loosen this bolt because it's really tight, probably rusted. All right, so now the bolts are out, and out she goes. Oh shit! Oh no! Do not pull.
I wasn't pulling roses.
I don't even know what the hell this is for.
The controls.
There's no controls.
That seat isn't,
Okay. Actually, oh, I know what it's for.
heating.
The seat belt. Alright guys, this is so here we have the bottom. This is the bottom of the seat, I guess. We put your butt. This is the back of the seat where your back goes. It's that 300 embroidered on the back, and then that is the actual back of the seat that would face the back of the seat. Sorry. This is the headrest. You just basically slide it over. This is the headrest. Once it's on the poles, I've got to fix a little bit. This one's going to sit a lot better because it's actually been on this for 2-3 years. Just never put it in a car. I'm going to heat it up and get some of those out, but it is black with blue stitching. I'm trying to make where you can see that. So it's black with blue stitching. I do have a lot of the leathers. I believe I have all of them. So the kit that I bought, he doesn't tell you where any of it goes. You just kind of have to just match it up. It's been in a box for a long time, so as you can see, it's got creases in it. So I'm going to have to get it warm and flatten it out. But it's got the center console piece. The stuff that I don't have, I'm going to have to probably buy leather because I've lost some of it in moving, and it's just been sitting for a long time. I've got to clean it and moisturize it and things like that. So we have two separate types of adhesive that we're going to try. This is a Gorilla brand. I have used it once before, and it did all right. And this brand I've never used before. I think I got this from AutoZone. So we're going to kind of give them both a try. I'm not going to mix them or anything. This is the brand of it. So we're going to give these both a try and see how they do. Alright guys, so here is the seat. So we're going to have to strip all this down. Don't make the same mistake I did on a build I was doing in Ohio. I thought it just popped off and it was stuck. Some of them have screws on the front of this. There's actually a pin back here that you pull off, and then it releases. This is the lumbar support, and then we're going to have to pry that off to get that handle off. But we're going to get the frame off so we can get the whole seat done. Don't get too close. It is stuck.
It's broke. My socket.
No, it's not.
Yeah, they snapped it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Deal.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to cut these zip ties to get this connector off, and it just tells the car when to, or when the seatbelt has been connected. If I can cut the zip tie off. So this bolt right here is what joins the seats together, and then there's a 14 millimeter on the other side.
Hey.
Come on. Actually, spin it around.
There you go.
Alright, so guys, so when you go to pull these seats apart, you've got a couple of these. This is the backrest of the seat, and there's these metal bars on both sides. You got to make sure you keep these and don't lose them, because you want to reuse them. They are what kind of hold it together and keep the fabric from ripping. So now at this point, we're gonna put the camera down and get this seat apart, and then we'll be right back. So right down in here are these little metal hooks, and these are going to be everywhere. I'm going to use zip ties to put this thing back together, but you want to cut these off, and you're not going to reuse them. And then that releases the seat. This is like an insulation. I'm not sure what it is, but we're not going to reuse it. And then you got more down here where it kind of connects closer to the headrest part. Like I said, we're going to cut these off, and we're going to reuse zip ties. But wherever these little pins are, there's metal rods inside this fabric and inside the foam. But we're replacing the foam and the leather and the foam, so we're not going to have to worry about that. Alright guys, so we've got the fabric off. There's some more of these metal clips up here. There's about 6 of them. On the inside, there's 5 along this bar, 5 along this bar. There were 2 down here. To get the headrest off, you can tug and pull and tug and pull and tug and pull all you want. Get a pair of, pull this insulation back, and there's this little metal tab. It's only on one side, but you push down on that. I used a pair of needle nose pliers, and it got it, and it pulled right out. Here is the headrest. It will eventually look like that. And I have the headrest for this one as well. Hi guys, so this is what the frame of the seat looks like without the fabric, without the foam. This black stuff keep on there. It's just to keep from rubbing the foam off, or to rubbing a hole in it. A lot of these cars are going to get old, and the foam is going to give out, the fabric's going to give out. This fabric was kind of gross and nasty. The foam gets really thin. I mean, it's already thin on the back, but you'll do it that way. So I'm going to spray this down with a etching primer. I'm going to use Rust-Oleum just to stop the rust, clean it up a little bit, and then we'll start putting the foam back on. Alright guys, so as you can tell, it's pretty rusted. So we're just gonna give it some Rust-Oleum primer and cover up some of this rust. Not really worried about the foam on it. I'm not gonna spend a whole time cleaning it because no one's ever gonna see this. Guys, this is the back piece that your back goes onto.
Look at this kitty cat.
And you have to pull it apart to get this center bar out of here. So we're starting to put the seat together now. So when I get this out, I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the centerpiece that I took out of that thing. And there's white fabric that goes right here. And you put, it's kind of difficult to do. It is a little rusty and I'm not going to primer it. And it goes in just like that. And then it goes into the center of the foam. Alright guys, so this is for leather, but it works. Because you got to put zip ties, so you take it, and I got this at Harbor Freight. You need to find out where your hole's going to be. And this is what that metal bar is for. It keeps it from pulling. Shit, pour it. Alright guys, so this foam is, it's not horribly difficult. So this is the back. We're going to go ahead and stick it on. I'm going to try to find where I got this kit from and link it down below. If I don't, I couldn't find it. So this is leather and it is quite stiff, so we have to work with it and play with it and do all kinds of fancy stuff. On the bottom pieces down here, I had to glue one together because I don't have, when I moved a couple of years ago, I forgot it in Ohio. I gotta figure out how this goes on here. I went to Harbor Freight and I bought this stuff, hoping to try to get it in here, but this insulation is, you can't get it in there. So you're clipping all of this to these bars. So I put a zip tie, cut the end off a zip tie and stuck it in here to give it something to grab onto. So these are all zip tied on both ends. I'm turning the zip ties around so it doesn't poke me. I don't know if it will. And then we're going to, this side I've already done the fabric with zip ties. Hoping this works. And then we got to do this part, and then we got to do this part, and this part of the seat will be done, and then I'll show you guys how to put the front on. Alright guys, so sorry, I forgot to film on how to put this on. So there's pieces of fabric sitting back here. You got to put those on. That bar that I showed you guys before gets put into the seat, and there's a hook, like the foam hooks in, and it hooks in either the top or the bottom, and then back here is a zipper, and it is a pain in the ass to get it to zip, but it has to go behind the seat mounts. But this is what it looks like, the back completely assembled. I still have to cut holes here on this side, and on this side it's for the you pull it back and the seat moves, and then I gotta cut the knobs off. I have the the bottom that I did from the build in Ohio. So I've got to either A, get that to work, or B, take it off and put it on what this one came with. So I still got to do some modifying here, but we'll get it done. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this video here. Just the seats alone are gonna be 2, possibly 3 videos, and then the interior, redoing all the leather. I've already kind of started on it. I kind of have some of the film saved on my computer, so I'll kind of keep you guys updated. But this is what the back will look like. Remember, this is the passenger seat, and we'll get more going probably the next week. These videos do take quite a bit of time with me working full time and only having really one day to do this. So I'll keep you guys updated. We'll keep filming and keep showing you guys how to do this. Stay tuned for the next one.